Did Ravi finish Eve off or let her go? The questions that you will be, well, maybe not asking if you have watched the episode of EastEnders, but, you know, it's the general theme, right? As this episode was very dominated by, it was a battle. Mentally, it was a fucking battle between Ravi and Eve, as Ravi took Eve to the woods and started fucking digging that grave. And then essentially they ran around, they chased each other, and then Eve, as Ravi was about to strike a fucking massive log into Eve's head, Eve got into his head and proceeded to be like, look, this ain't you. This is all Nish. You sure you really want to be like Nish? And the answer's no. You fucking don't.
Right. This just leaves a lot of questions. Is Nish dying at Christmas? Is this gonna continue for another year? Has Eve took a break for a year? Is this gonna culminate at Christmas 2024? Where we're gonna see a depressed Suki and Nish just pump me? No, pump me. As he gets more and more aggressive, and she gets more and more depressed. So that's the real question I have to ask people. Because if this continues for another year, I'm going to be so pissed. Because I've had enough. If I don't care if it continues for 6 months, I just have enough of this
for the last week.
I've had enough of this storyline already. I've had fucking enough. I've had enough.
Why? He's not been fucking touched in like 6 months.
I just don't like the Eve and Suki storyline. I just don't like it. I don't want it. Sure, do the domestic abuse bit. I don't care about that. I would gladly watch that. But if I have to hear about Eve and Suki one more time, I'm gonna fucking grab a gun and put it somewhere where I shouldn't.
I don't know why, mate. Just not giving it a chance.
I'm sat here crying.
Just hating the Suki stance and being like, the storyline's fucking shit. It's not, it's gold. It's been really good. Some people have been saying, I will just kind of build on this. I'm not going to mock you too heavily, as you're allowed your opinion here. Some people are saying, is this the best EastEnders storyline in history? No. No, it's...
There is none. Let's be honest.
Oh,
there is no best EastEnders storyline. No. I mean, there definitely is. But you know what I mean?
You just said the opposite.
No, but what I'm saying is, because what you think is the best...
Oh, it's all subjective.
Someone else is the worst. So...
But,
technically,
having a meltdown. My take, essentially, is that it's not one of the best fucking EastEnders storylines ever. It has been, fundamentally, it's taken its fucking time. It's taken so much time to get to the point that we're at. Yes, there was a lot of stopping and starting, but it wasn't really a general flow. It was stop and start, which is probably why, we're not the biggest fans of it personally. That's almost definitely the reason why Piggy's just like, fuck me, are we doing this again? Are we doing this again? It started to get sound.
I like this storyline to at least go for 6 months, not for nearly 2 years. This storyline started in 2022, 1, and
it's been going on.
It started in 2022,
year and a half.
Yes, and if this culminates in another year and a half, I'm going to be sat here.
It won't.
Christmas 2024.
Christmas. There's no way it doesn't end at Christmas.
Hopefully.
Like, this is the ramping up. Nish has just fucking sent Ravi to kill Eve. Like, and obviously Suki's gonna find out. There's gonna it's not. It's ending very soon. Just
Hopefully.
Just don't let that mark the entire thing. You're saying like, oh, it's gonna be another year. It's not. It's not. We're at Christmas. As many people have reminded me.
It's the only storyline I'm not looking forward to. It's the only storyline I'm not looking forward to. The only one.
It's kind of
all
wild,
the other ones I'll enjoy.
These, like, yesterday's episode was probably one of my favorites of the year so far. Like, yeah, fair enough, mate, but don't entirely understand your take on it. But
like, don't get me wrong, I will give it its point. It is a good storyline. It's just not for me, if that makes sense.
Fair
like
enough.
you're handing me an apple pie, but I want a lemon tart. Does that make sense?
I bet you do.
Like, you know what I mean? This storyline's not for everyone. Of course, I want the lesbians to be happy. Of course. But I just don't like this every time we start.
This storyline is I fucking hate the gays.
Yeah! Down with the gays! Down with the gays!
That's a joke.
But yeah, like, every time it starts, it's like, oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. It's the only thing that pisses me off. I'm sorry about my rant. Lord and Master of the board of the YouTube channel. So yeah, but I will run through this episode if you don't mind, or do you want me to leave detail for the podcast?
We don't need to get too much into detail. Let's just bridge it into saying, let's talk more about the Ravi stuff, because I think that's the most interesting part of the episode. Because look, Ravi and Nish, they've not had the best relationship. Obviously, when we first saw Ravi, we didn't realise he was Nish's son till a little bit later. And obviously Nish was, Nish isn't a good dad. Nish is happy if you do everything he says in his way. And if you don't, he'll fucking yell at you and just decide that you're shit. That's how it generally worked. Ravi and Nish got out of prison similar times. So, like, Ravi, basically, Nish went, alright, Ravi, you need to make sure I can get back on this square. And he manipulated Vinny as well. But, like, fundamentally through the time, Nish has only stood up, like, in quotations, for Ravi when it was going to be a bad, like, view for the family. Like, he's never really stood up or given a shit for Ravi or even put his neck out on a line for him. It's always been, if you help me, I'll help you, but only if you help me in the way I want. So, the way Eve kind of plucked at his fucking psyche, where he's like, mate, he wants to control you, he doesn't even like you, you're shit. You're useless to him. And it's all the things that Ravi obviously knows. He fucking knows that deep down. But fundamentally, he just wants a dad. He just wants a dad. Ranveer was fucking shit. And he didn't even really mean to kill Ranveer, but it just happened because it was a very emotional, like, conversation where he was just screaming at him and then Ravi just kind of snapped. Like, Ravi's not a murderer. And it's why we haven't seen a lot of him being a dick in the last couple of months. Because we've seen more that Ravi isn't necessarily a villain. It's like, this year in the Soap Awards, he won Villain of the Year, which was all bollocks, by the way. Like, it was hardly much of a villain. He just did the Denise stuff. But, he is morally grey. He's not a good guy. He's not a bad guy, but
he's the guy.
He will make some decisions you won't agree with, or some decisions that, may not be, he's trying to survive. And that's how I generally describe it. So those were the very cool scenes. That was the fun part of today's episode.
Yeah, and I just want to let you know, if you want more in detailed thoughts, you can tune into the podcast. I know, cheeky plug. The podcast will be out Sunday, and I'm sorry that we squeezed your bollocks and you haven't come yet. We're sorry we have to make you come. on Sunday, but we will make sure to fill your stocking. So we're leaving November by just making you not nut. So yeah, we wait for the
tradition.
Wait. We'll make you climax on Sunday. Don't worry. And Ash will wear a skimpy outfit and do a dance while balancing a bowling ball on his head.
He's just having some fucking mental breakdown over there. Just having his own in his own little world. You want to talk about the Eastenders? No. All right. Yeah. So
redo this by myself.
It wouldn't have been the first time. It never happened. But yes, so we'll obviously talk more in detail about the whole week as, like, in general, our general review of the week and what happened. We'll talk about that in the podcast coming out on Sunday. There should be another video coming out tomorrow. But if there's one thing I do want to plug, the redone version of the Entertainment World reaction. Which, simply saying, it's probably one of my favourite videos that I've done in a good while. That we've done, rather, in a good while. Because it was a perfect thing to react to, as it was great. It had a lot of cool content, had some funny bits. It was just a very wholesome video. So go ahead and watch that. It is 1 hour 25, so it is a little bit fucking long. But you know how we work. We like to take our time. And obviously coming up tomorrow, just to plug that as well, we have the start of the Christmas videos. Tomorrow comes out. Tomorrow comes
Just
out.
give me a free.
Jesus. Our first Christmas video, that being, we're baking Dot Cotton's brandy cookies. So if you want to go and see how that worked out, go ahead and watch it. But yes, Christmas is coming, December is starting, and we want to make it a big deal for us and a big deal for you. So get excited about seeing that, and otherwise, thank you for watching. We've been watching Walford. Get ready to be fucking spammed in your inboxes and your fucking, like, with your notifications on, as it's happening, boys. Anyways.
Watching Walford. Let's get ready to rumble.
Join us next time, and just get ready to get a lot of Christmassy themed content coming your way. Bye-bye.